All right. So there were somewhere around 12 systems of the body, depending on who you ask about these. And I had you guys try to break them down to two-word functions. And then I took your sheets from you so you can't look to see what those were. Give me a system of the body. Skeletal system. And if we were to break it down to two words, what do you think they would be?
Protects body.
Protect would be one, yeah. Because your skull and your ribs do a good job of protecting your vitals and your brain. Protect, and I would use the word support as well. Now, we can go into greater detail, but if I'm just going to give you two words, it would be this. But all of your blood cells are produced here as well. I probably should make mention of it, but I'm going to try to keep it down to two on each of these words here. What else have we got? I heard respiratory. Respiratory system. Very simple. Gas exchange. We need to get oxygen in. We need to get carbon dioxide out. A lot of it, all the time. So that's what this thing's doing. Now, it's a little more complicated again than that, but that's the gist of it. We're moving things to and from the blood, getting oxygen into the bloodstream and carbon dioxide out. Next. All right, muscular. You think you could just do that with one word. What would it be? Movement. But I'm going to have to throw another one that's just as important that you may or may not know. Movement and heat. Most of the heat that's generated in your body to keep you at toasty 98.6 is generated from the chemical reactions that are happening in your muscles. That's where most of your heat comes from, which is why if it's really, really cold, your body wants to ramp that up, and your muscles do what? Shiver. Shiver. What's next? Cardiovascular. This is often called the circulatory system. It's the same thing. I'm going to simplify this one as well. Its job is to move blood. Now, blood does a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It transports oxygen to your cells. It gets rid of metabolic waste. It carries nutrients and hormones. It's got cells that fight disease and keep you from bleeding death. There's a lot of things, but ultimately we're needing to move it around. That's what the cardiovascular does. How about another one? Reproductive system. This one is responsible for make babies. That's what that does. All right. Immune.
Were you going to group that in with lymphatic?
Now I'm going to go ahead and do these two separately. That will have 12. Immune system, fight disease. It's always looking for a fight. If it can't find one, sometimes it fights itself. That's not great. All right, what's next? What was it? Urinary, okay. Urinary system. If you see this word, it means the same thing. Does anybody know what word I'm going to write down here? Starts with an E. Excretory. Urinary and excretory are the same thing. This one, you think, make pee, right? Its job is just a little bit more complex. It does this. It cleans the blood. Its job is to clean and filter your bloodstream so that your blood maintains the proper pressure and consistency and all the wastes that can be removed or taken out. Okay? What else have you got?
Endocrine.
What was it? Endocrine. Endocrine. This one I'm only going to use one word for. What does the endocrine system make? That's it. Yep. Hormones. Hormone production, hormone regulation, so on and so forth. I guess I should number these. Though these are in no particular order. These are not necessarily the order that we're going to go over them in. And we won't do them all in this class either, gang. The reason this class is 2 semesters is because there's more than we can possibly cover in one. Anatomy in college is the same way. There's Anatomy 1 and Anatomy 2. About half the systems in one semester and the next half in the second semester. What else have we got? Nervous. And again, simplifying this one here, gonna say control and sense, because all of your senses go through, they're a part of the nervous system, and then your brain is able to control all of your actions and movements and so on and so forth. And it's, again, way more complicated than this. I could add the word process here too, that would be important, but I'm gonna keep it down to 2. All right. What else, gang? Digestive. Digestive system. Get nutrients. That's the goal. Okay? We get rid of wastes and things that we can't use, but ultimately it's our goal to get the nutrients from the food that we eat, or get nutrients into the body from outside sources is the goal of the digestive system. All right, 2 left. What do we got? Skin, which has got that weird giant word. Yeah, integumentary system. Put in parentheses, it's your skin. Integumentary system. Protect, yes. To protect, because there's a constant invading forces that want to be a part of your body. Bacteria always wants to take over. So we need your skin to protect you from that. Otherwise, you can see where I scratched my poison ivy here, that it's starting to turn red and puffy because it's bacteria trying to work its way in to infect those areas and take over. Bacteria would love to live in your body because it's warm, there's lots of nutrients, it's fantastic. I'm going to throw one more word at you here, and it's the word thermoregulation. What does thermo mean? Yeah, heat regulation. It manages the quantity of heat that you have in your body. If it's too hot, your skin will cause you to sweat, which causes water to be evaporated from your skin, which draws that heat away from your body. If it's cold, it causes your erector pili muscles to contract and causes goosebumps to try to tighten in to hold in that. Also, blood flow from the surface of your skin will be lessened when it's cold, and then when it's hot, your skin's flushed and red because your body's sending blood to the surface of your skin to try to cool it, to bring it back like a radiator kind of. All right, last one.
You say you're not separating them?
From that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and separate them. So last one was what again, gang? Lymphatic. Lymphatic system. Okay. And of course it does play a role, and it's really closely tied into your immune system. So I'm going to use the word defense here. But it also does this. It is a separate transport. It is a separate transportation system within your body to be able to move materials from cell to cell. It actually collects stuff from in between your cells as well to return to the bloodstream. It's got its own system of vessels like blood vessels, but there's no like heart, there's no driving force behind it that pushes it the same way. It's a weird system. So defense and transport. So there is your 12, gang, from the top one more time. Skeletal, respiratory, muscular, cardiovascular, reproductive, immune, urinary, endocrine, nervous, digestive, integumentary, and lymphatic. So there they are.